coming in, drifting in for a few minutes, just finding your space. When you feel you've got enough space around you, ground beneath your feet. Establishing your connection. Good, yeah. Good, yeah. Find your space, move stuff around, move yourself around. Constructed world is just an illusion. As long as we can share the same illusion. So, get the feet there, so it's obviously the sense contact, and then really as your awareness comes into that, you'll get more what I call energetic contact. It means the foot seems much more sensitive, intelligent. Waking up the toes, stretch the soles. You can lift up on your heels and toes. Pull your calves, so you feel how all those bits connect. Opening the soles of the feet. Pull the toes back to open the soles of the feet. Roll the ankles. Do one at a time, if you like. And also another thing is you can lift your foot up, and then like if this is your foot, these are your toes, bring your toes over, clench and turn. So you stretch the top of the foot, pull down. What happens in the sole of your foot? Pull up, keep the toes clenched, and then release. Then open the toes into a fan, sweep down, keep that, and then up. That's all the tendons in the foot. You keep your toes open, you can do circles with your ankle. Close them, grip. Feel what happens, ankles, calves. Another can move into your hip joints, and lift the leg to one side. So what you do with this, you move the leg, but because this thigh muscle isn't doing anything, so you're able to relax the thigh and the calf because you're using the hip rotors to lift the leg, so you can lift it and then wiggle from the hip. So you flick it. Using all this to whip the leg. The other side. So you do it to the side. The thigh muscle is kept rested. And use the hip rotors, flick, and see if you can also using this area here, lifting the leg almost from your lower belly. Try to keep the leg relaxed. So it's like pulling in here. You're lifting from here. The leg. You got it? Lifting from here. So you're back, using this part of your body to lift the leg. Forming those connections. So, as the body begins to learn, oh yeah, I can do that too. Because some parts of the body get used much too much. They become stressed and heavy, tight. Other parts just go to sleep because they're never called upon. And so this definitely causes blockages in the system. So using bits that we don't normally use. This means actually, if you do want to use the leg, you use this, you use all of it. So you start with the lower belly lift, and then you can use your thigh as well, and your calf as well. So you get a very strong leg, because you're using the entirety of your body with that. Bit of kung fu, huh? You never know when you might need it. It's the same with the arm. Move the arm from the breast and shoulder. So here, breast muscle and the shoulder. Let the arm be completely weak, passive, turning and throwing back. So now we can use the whole thing slowly. You start with the root, what I call this, or the root of the arm. The base of the arm. And then you bring the upper arm, and then so it's sequential. This and then this and then this and then the hand. So it's a very full movement, and it's both smoother, and primarily you establish the connection to the center of the body. Whereas if you just use your hand separately, you lose this connection. So using that. And one of the forms we'll do today, I encourage you to come from your arm and extend it, and then form the fist, but not until the end. So feel that run. Come down the arm, forearm, elbow, wrist, hand, then the fist at the end. And release. Back. Forming the connections. So, not so much time today. I think I'd like to do the qua squat. So that was one of the first ones, so refreshing that. And then I think we probably do one or two other moves. So the qua squats, once again, check your standing position. Knees slightly over the centre of the foot. Right. Put your hands on this back, small of the back, and just rub down, making sure you push. Yeah. So this becomes pretty flat. In other words, your hands aren't like that, they can be flat. So this area flattens it, turning the tail under. Sometimes you have to really physically do this because you think you're doing it, but your body has to know it. Oh, it's like that. It feels strange. And as you say, this also, just do that. Just finally place your hands on the lower belly and just gently push as much as imagine the weight of your hands resting there, sort of settling back. So, because the tendency is to thread the abdomen to throw forward. So just, oh yeah, you do have a lot more room. The body will readjust and it will tend to open the lower base of the belly, open the legs. Energetically you connect the abdominal region to the down through the thighs, say coming down energetically, which is good because that's connection to the ground, and also the firming of the legs. So that sense of this is dropped, it can travel through. And there's quite a lot happens in this crease here, or gets blocked in this crease here, closure of one kind or another. So if we can keep this sense of wanting to open this across this lower region as we go into the qua squat. So imagine the ball coming towards this lower center, lower abdomen, dantian, pushing in, turning your tail under, folding at hip, fold here, breathing out, push down through the legs, slightly open the knees, just a little, feeling the fullness of this expansion in the lower belly. So, theme to remember, so you don't move on until the energy is ready. So it can start quite slow. You're feeling you're really getting this area of your body to open and feel energetic connection. It's actually alive, connected. And then from there, can that swell up? Swelling up. So if it does keeps moving up, you become more aware of your chest. So as the chest, you feel the chest internally, not just a sense of space in your chest becomes apparent and enjoyable. And with the inhalation, can that space start to suffuse into the throat and also across the connection between the arm and the body. Opening the throat. Yeah. And also that opening space in your chest, can it also move through your ribs and through your back, through the sides and the back, underneath the shoulder blades. So remember, as connections are made, energetic connections are made, parts maybe wake up, light up. So also giving a certain permission, particularly when this arm root opens up, the arm may want to move around or out. It feels it's kind of feeling itself. Shoulder, the chest. So also giving a little freedom to let it express itself. Okay, just coming back to letting that subside, drift back to the neutral position. Just have another small move. It's similar to the bow and arrow, but so that whole arm structure, which includes everything from the chest, center of the chest, center of the back, so everything is coming from the spinal axis. So as it comes into the arm, it doesn't exactly begin. It starts to flow into being an arm. It starts here. Imagine those cells building themselves into an arm. Okay, start from the center and work out. We can bring the fingertips up to about the chest, the top of the breastbone, around here, between the throat notch and the breastbone. Being aware of this area here. It may expand, of course, but that's where you start. So open your throat. Get your head to sit back on the neck, so it doesn't close it. And fingers lightly connecting, so there's a light connection, as if you're just holding a thread between the thumb and the two fingers, or even thumb and one finger, so maybe a thumb and the index, just one thread. Okay. Breathing out. Draw the thread like a spider thread, extending it. Breathing in. So once the thread is there, have that kind of on the edge of your awareness, so you're aware of that thread, and also be also interested in this area here in the body, and even the space between the hands and the front of the body. You're kind of opening that. So actually, this is the breathing in. This is breathing in. Breathing out. And using that movement to open between your shoulders, as if you're gently breathing the air out through here, through this place. Open the shoulders, breathing out through this place, and breathing in through this area here. So the thread is the suggestion of connection between the hands. It's a light connection, but it creates a quality of something safe, light boundary. The hands coming over. So we have that presence around this area. And large part of the exercise is breathing or sending energy through from the chest to the back and back again. Okay, let's let that one subside. So forming a connection between this most vulnerable area and the back, which is the protector. So very important to keep your back in mind. As if that stands around behind you like a guardian, and this can open up. Okay, so yesterday we were crane and the cow. Today we'll bring perhaps the cow, the crane, and a dragon. So start out with the cow. As you get into the flow of that move and the energy, extend, or feel you can extend that to giving some little strength into your hands at the end of it, really opening, pulling the fingers and the thumb back, as if you're resisting, opening, and closing, the face gazing at the moon. And similarly, as you emphasize the ending, also emphasize the softening, opening as we come back to the center. It goes very wide, and then come to the closing. So come back to the center and we'll move into the crane. Neutral position. So as you find yourself, your energy forming into the neutral position, filling the body, space around you, and how that is. And we'll move into the crane, spreading its wings. So as we started remembering this part of our body, this area between, almost where the legs become the body, the trunk. So it's a kind of not exactly a line, but there's a line in it. And we want to not just go from here to here, but actually as we come up, pushing, so you feel the legs pushing, and then is it possible to sort of slightly activate this area by, drawing the sacrum in, drawing the sacrum towards you, a sense of slightly opening the lower gut, so that the movement doesn't just go from this place to this place. We move through this, and this also participates in, not very much, but a little bit of swelling. Okay, so down, think slowly, calves, thighs, groin, lower back, upper back. So use these to draw up the body, and once again through this transitional area. Which we began to wake up at the beginning of our session. So as we coming up the back, under the shoulder blades, and gradually energetically let the wings form. So the shoulders begin to feel themselves extending down the arms. Breathing in, breathing out. So rotating the shoulder blade into the back, and then turning it forward. Imagine that bird, a lovely, great bird, feeling the power of its wings. And fanning forward, fingers coming down like the pinions of the feathers of the wing. Okay, let's find the nest, settling down. Dragon. So first of all, want to exercise. So you turn your shoulders and keep your hips facing in front of you. Right, so you feel that twist in your back around about the lumbar region. So using your shoulders, turn. Using your shoulders, keeping the hips straight in front. Feel the flexion in the waist and in the back. Okay. And more tricky perhaps, can you turn your shoulders and keep your head facing front? You feel a similar effect in your neck. Keep your eyes pinned to the wall or to the person in front of you. So keep your head facing front. Feel the flexion in your neck. Now together, both the hips and the head held straight, and then turning the shoulders. Breathing out, turning. Breathing in, coming back to the center. Breathing out, turning. And see how far it will travel. Okay, so next piece, baby fists. Means the thumb bends into the palm of the hand, the fingers lightly lace over it first. So it's just very soft, it's almost like they're resting, the fingers resting, like they're curling up in bed together, you know. And little like puppies in a basket, or sleeping on top of each other. Or kittens, you know, something soft. So it's not a hard fist at all, it's soft. Now, as we come into our turn, as the left shoulder pulls back, the right shoulder extends forward. Right shoulder begins to move down the arm and push that forward till it turns the hand over and the fist begins to tighten. Breathing in, drawing back, loosening. The other fist comes forward and begins to form into a fist as it comes to the end. Breathing in. Hands, one is changing into the other. And the forward fist is like a rock. And the backward fist is quite like the kittens. So with this, you're learning, with these movements, you're learning how to both relax very, very soft on one part and be very firm in the other part. And you're doing the two together, so it requires full awareness to relax one hand as the other firms up. And so as we get into that shifting of energy, the dragon is going to appear and it's going to appear right where your fist comes forward, so you're going to strike the dragon on the nose. That you want a strong fist there. This fist doesn't need to be strong. So everything, your strength is coming up from the feet into that forward fist. And only bring your eyes into that. So again, we're aiming a fist. Your eye rests in this, between these two knuckles. It's very sharp. Dragon repelling. Okay, let's let that one unfold. Neutral, letting the hands and arms travel where they feel they want to go. Energy. So we've awakened energy. The energy sometimes seems to drift around. And let's finish. So we'll do a neutral position, then gently unfold. If you it's kind of a slow unfolding like a flower, meeting space. gathering in. A few moments as you come into that connection that's there for you, energetic connection between the hands and the breathing belly. And seeing any part of your body that could enjoy a little bit of warm chi, anywhere that feels dry, tight or dull. And then release the form and stay with the practice.